And we're here. Step there. Alright, let's get everybody alerted when we're here, as well as myself. as well as myself. Put the link. Oh, apparently, apparently we're already alerted there. Alright. Alright, so now I'm in here. Just to make sure. What's up, Zach? Alright, okay. We're in there. Alright, let's say, yep, been a while since I've been up here because of what's been going on. Just kind of started getting to work on Pirates Ahoy, the reaction to that there. Pretty little big something with that there. Want to get all the pictures drawn and sync it up. The recording has already been done for it. Matter of fact, my lovely Queen Tina has thrown her voice in. As for in case you didn't see it in the community page, for Uma. Oh yeah, yep, that's the sketch of her. It's got got a few more drawings to make there, and then get them all colored up and everything. And we'll be selling the high seas there. And how ironic that we're selling the high seas when we're continuing in this book. Last time I was reading chapters 1 through 5, I took a listen before I came in here at the last live stream, and I noticed I noticed I was losing my place a lot in the 5th chapter, mostly because I was kind of getting a little tired at that point. So, as they say in Sailor Moon, I am refresh. What's up, Claire? Claire and Zach in the house. Yes, indeed. There, and hope y'all also. I don't know if y'all noticed, but so far that Spider-Man Michael Jackson video is getting quite a lot of views there. Ever since I put it up there, I was like, wow, a lot of people want to see Michael Jackson as Spider-Man. Last live. No, there'll probably be one tomorrow. There'll probably be one tomorrow night there. Yeah, like I say, guys, gotta keep the channel in existence. Of course, it'll still stay in existence even if I did, but as Bob will say, so, oh boy. So yeah, we just alert a special someone there. We should a Thanksgiving movie. Oh boy, that's gonna be quite a squeeze in with what we're already in the middle of there. Now I have taken that into consideration for next year though. I will let y'all in on something since you mentioned that, Claire. Seeing as now the Scooby month is done pretty good. I mean, it's and I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but in this particular month, it does have some disadvantages. What with, like she just mentioned, Thanksgiving, and then also Christina's birthday. So next year, Scooby month will be in September. From then on, September will be Scooby month, and then following Scooby month, Brownie Wing. Oh yes, the first of Brownie Halloween reactions. Then that way, November can be more Thanksgiving themed starting next year. So, oh yes, yeah, I definitely did think about that. Going through with this, and like I say, because for one thing, it was kind of last minute when we did it after the Halloween special. Streamed, one minute. Oh, okay. Yeah, we could definitely do. Of course, he might not be too happy about it, but but we can definitely put Brownie up with some suffering a little bit later down the road after Christmas. Oh boy, you're my fairy godmother. That does not look anything like your fairy godmother. And as for yes, Unfairly Odd Parents Christmas, that will be coming up, Zach. Yes, it will be streamed. Because like I did see it on YouTube, so it should be safe to stream, just like with the what was that we did? Oh yeah, the Grow Up Timmy Turner one. So, oh, you think Mal would be? Hmm. Oh, that's gonna be interesting. Maybe maybe Brownie gets his revenge. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh yes. So yeah, that's definitely yeah. That could definitely be added to the list. Yeah, definitely. The best CJ knows Mal hates it. Obviously, yes, she does. Yeah. And speaking of which, no spoilers, but I'm not gonna spoil the what's gonna happen in the reaction of Pirates Ahoy like CJ would. But speaking of CJ, she I will say that she does piss Mal off. She will be pissing Mal off pretty bad there. Oh yes. And she does and she has some choice words to say. Even words even so choice that even Harry's like, okay, CJ, really, you went too far now. You go, CJ, you're going too far. You're going too far now. You're going too far. Oh boy. Oh, I can imagine, I will also share. I will also share that really. Yeah, at one I know when the Pirates Ahoy script was first being written before now. Matter of fact, before I think may not have been being written, but when it was being planned out from the beginning of Scooby Mud, I don't think CJ was in mind to be in it until Cyber Chase came out and she was inserted in there. So then she got carried over, and now that's how she ends up in Pirates Ahoy now because it was like, okay, well, let's put CJ in there. So, yeah, definitely, definitely interesting planning from you there, Claire. Which, like I say, makes for a very interesting reaction there. Yep. All right. So, took a life of her. Pretty much like what some people told me about Star Striker when I first started writing that comic there. And I guess now, in a way, Brownie kind of took a life of his own. And eventually it'll be both him and Star Striker when Star Striker reappears in Brown Chronicles there. Sort of like Darkwing Duck in the new DuckTales there. Yeah. So that's gonna yeah, it's pretty interesting. Matter of fact, I even imagine Brownie from here on YouTube meeting up with the Brownie from his comic series because they're pretty similar, but they're kind of different though. For instance, Brownie here with the YouTube reaction because of as CJ say, the limited budget and stuff, not really able to do the stuff that he does in the comics, like his lightning yo-yo and all that there. So yeah, would be nice if he had that because then over the top reaction. Yeah, especially with the let's be honest. If a tsunami was coming to your house, you'd be going over the top too. Like, just all of a sudden you look out your window, big tsunami busting through your window. You yeah. Oh boy. First suggestion for it's the 25th anniversary. Oh, cool. Okay. Been that long, huh? So that means it came out in 1995. Okay. Yep, 1995. Mrs. Woody is Mrs. Nesbit. Oh, so it's not Buzz Lightyear, it's Woody this time. Well, that's gonna be an interesting way to start off. And CJ giving the left squeaky to say I'm back. Oh boy. Alright. Well, let's get it started. As I wonder why my oh, no wonder. Okay. On live stream on my phone. Okay, so alright, I'm back on the phone. So we'll start with we're gonna start with chapter 5, like I mentioned earlier. I was giving out in the last one when I got to this point, so we're gonna start with that one there. Questions and answers. I have some questions as a man. You got some questions, you better give me some answers. You better doggone give me some answers right now. Alright, starting with Woody as Miss Nesbit. Meanwhile, Lisa, Derek, Dipper, and Kurt were inside the control room. I'm the mighty Bryant and Juli. Trailer when they were teleported there nearby the lake, trying to figure out why the watches wouldn't work earlier. Julia just recovered from the electric shocks that she encountered earlier, but she had a bit of a headache when she woke up. Samuel and Brian were in the room with her. And how are you feeling, Juli? Asked Brian. Like I got a killer headache, Juli answered. Well, excuse me. It did seem like a killer ending with those sharks, said Samuel, and he laughed. Get it? Killer ending. Don't you get it? I am Mrs. Nesbit. Snap out of it, Sheriff. Oh, well, gee, Buzz, and this is kind of strange, and I was up. Oh no! And I'm not Andy's favorite anymore. Woo! That was good. That was kind of a new one for me there. So used to Buzz doing that there. First time I did Woody doing a Nesbit. Okay, so let's see what we got. Oh yeah, CJ giving Maleficent the ideal to say I'm back. I'm back. Now you need to say it with more energy than that. Wait, so do you? Oh, in the summer. Yeah, we could. But just make sure you kind of remind me of it. Just to make sure. Just remind me of it there. Yes, CJ did Mrs. Nesbit in the cyber chase. I think. Yeah, that scene when she talked about what happened to her there with Maleficent. Reviews of the. Okay, sweet. Okay, hey, okay, definitely check that out there. Yeah. All right. So all right. Oh, that's right, CJ. So Julie got ticked at the joke and used her psychic powers Okay. Kind of different. So Julie got ticked at the joke and used her psychic powers to make Samuel's pants fall down. Samuel stopped laughing quickly and pulled up his pants. And Brian laughed. I'm in a humorous mood, I'm not in a humorous mood, said Julie. I comment on that, but I don't want to lose my pants, said Brian. But he stopped laughing and asked Julie, did you see anything unusual? Before Samuel and I arrived with a whole bunch of sharks on our tails. And now as for you, Malepa you definitely need to say, I'm back. Oh, you mean like this? I'm back. Or more like this. I'm back. And don't get me started, Malepa becomes Rita Repulsa. She is screaming Rita Repulsa. After 10,000 years, I'm back! It's time to conquer Earth! And I got a headache! Oh boy. Randolph from the... Oh, the little vampire movie, yes. Let's see, CJ trolls the Hitchman. She takes it. Because of this here, yes. That'd be too easy. That's too easy of a prank. See, CJ could do that prank easily while she's still eating chips and drinking Sunny D. Okay, so Randolph from the Little Vampire, almost making me think of spelling it differently and calling him Rudolph the Little Vampire. How dare you call me such a name? Okay, where am I at? Read this accursed thing for you. You would not believe me if I told you, said Julie. Not quite. I'm not so sure I believe it myself. Considering the fact that we are in the room with a psychic samurai, said Samuel, what could possibly be stranger than that? How about a mermaid on the shore, said Julie. A mermaid, said Samuel and Brian together. See what I mean, said Julie. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Oh, wait a minute, said Brian. He pondered a bit and stated, remember that girl who named Bubblelina, who saved us? Bubblelina. Interesting name. Samuel blushed a bit and said, how could I forget that pretty face? Well, he's not lying. Samuel stared blankly into a romantic daze, thinking about her, until Julie made her pants fall down again to snap him out of it. Brian laughed again as Samuel quickly pulled him up and said, what did I do this time, Julie? You were about to make me puke right now, and afterwards get a bigger headache. I have another way to give you a headache, Telegirl, said Samuel. Try it, boy, said Julie. Brian quickly got between them and to calm them down, and as I was saying, you guys, that girl, Bubblelina, is a mermaid. How did you figure that out? Asked Samuel. Huh. Well, how else would he figure it out? He's a freaking genius, don't you think? Oh boy. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So Rita has a sexy cow. That cow. So she's gonna be a cow and take over the world. I guess that makes Lord Zed a heifer. Or a bull. I guess I could say Lord Zed is a load of bull. Let's see. I bet she did. I'll bet she did. All right. All right. Well, for the CJ in you, you have a CJ in you. What? Ah, moo. As mentioned, well, as mentioned, that she mentioned that she was the princess of Atlantis, moo. Which, according to mythology, is an underwater city, moo, said Brian. She also had a Triton like Poseidon, the mythical Roman god of the ocean, moo. Yes, yes, you got a point there, said Samuel, moo. But what about the error in our watches and why we couldn't transform, moo? I'm too, I'm too much. Oh my goodness. Oh, oh boy. Oh, that was too much there. Too funny. It's too funny. Too funny there. Oh, CJ, I think CJ done bit off more than she could chew suggested that one. We better move to the next one. Okay. Okay. Whew. I'll give this a second here. I'll get that Casey from Pokemon. Okay. Oh, I know who you're talking about. I know. Ooh, that's been so long since I've seen that episode. That baseball girl. And that the one that was defensive over the Electabuzz team there. Read it. Oh boy. Oh, CJ is an original troll. No one, and that's why her and Mal have so many battles with each other. All right. Matter of fact, I got a special with that one. Best way I can do Casey's voice is that song she did. Hmm. And don't forget the shark robots that attack the area. The Julie, Samuel, Bryant and Juli report to the control room now. And they Sedley over the intercom. Samuel, Bryant and Juli went to the control room. Where Lee, Derek, Lisa, and Deborah and Kurt were waiting. We were able to fix the problem with your watches now. It should only take a few minutes before they all fully functional, said Kurt. We were able to pick up a piece of circuitry from one of those shark robots, said Lee. That's what he said. Thank you, Electabuzz. Go, Electabuzz. Go, Electabuzz. Don't you dare say something bad about the Electabuzz team. I will challenge you. Yo, she was really defensive over that Electabuzz team. Oh man, hang on just a second there. I think I laughed so hard at that last one I had some in my eye. I get laughter in my eye. At least I don't have as Jackson from Hannah Montana was like. At least I don't have hot sauce in my eye. Hot sauce in my soda in my eye. At least I ain't got none of that going on. Okay. CJ doesn't have battles. Ah. Oh boy. So she doesn't really. Kind of sounds like the Jackie Chan method of fighting. In some cases. Although in his case, Jackie Chan don't really troll nobody. But it's similar to what he does. Especially getting up in age and everything. What they said in Karate Kid, he was able to defeat that army of kids by just dodging. He basically was dodging that whole fight, and those kids were beating each other up. trying to hit him, and he would basically they were basically his weapons. And it was I think he did that in Rush Hour 3 too. Yeah. Okay, so the Ash saying he thinks Cool Cat sucked. Oh my god! So I guess Cool Cat. So Cool Cat is now the Electabuzz team. Oh, here we go. All right. So Ash give it this honor. Oh, Ash saying he sucked. Okay. Turns out they have the ability to shut down highly advanced communication signals, said Derek, which is why the base didn't receive the signal from your watches to activate your transformation. So who built those things in the first place, said Brian. We're waiting on an answer from the computer now, said Lisa. Just then, the computer flashed an image of a guy named Wallace Nelson. Deborah recognized him. And you know what, Casey? Cool Cat really sucks. Just like the Electabuzz team, they always lose, and so does Cool Cat. She said, I know him. He was my marine biology professor at Galvin University. But what would a marine biology professor need with those shark robot tags, Lisa? Perhaps an investigation. We'll solve our problem, said Lee. Let's go find the answers, team, exclaimed Samuel to Bryant and Juli. And you got a picture of Samuel, Bryant, and Juli with Agent Lee, Professor Kurt, and also Brian's dad, Derek. And then Samuel's mom, Lisa, and Brian's mom, Deborah. And you know what, Ash? Dishonor on you, Ash. Dishonor on you for disrespecting Cool Cat and my Electabuzz team. They both rock. And they're exquisite. We're Descendamaniacs. I guess that's for okay, so a maniac, Descendamaniacs. I guess it'd be like if the Animaniacs did a parody of Descendants. We are Descendaniacs. We're the kids of the villains from Disney. But we got Kenny Ortega to direct the movie, so we have musical numbers. This really waters down all the stuff that we have planned, and this will make it last darker fun so the kids enjoy. But it might be too late, and they might be too silly. Something like that. Okay, so we're starting off chapter 6, The Jaws of Capture. And let's see what we got with CJ tricking the henchman and the bad guy Animaniac style. Oh, that's why we had that there. Okay. The Jaws of Capture. Meanwhile, back at Atlantis now, King Aquarius entered the castle. As soon as he entered, the light came on and everybody inside shouted, surprise, happy birthday, King Aquarius is here. And Aquarius is smiled and chuckled just a bit. But thank you, everyone. And then the party started. And much like the fall festival from earlier, and suddenly a couple shark robots bust inside the castle wall and started wrecking a place, causing everyone to panic. Aquarius, Centurion soldiers quickly went out to fight the shark robots. The shark robots became even more and overpowered them, sent back everyone to the Aquarius. While I deal with these beasts, Aquarius swam into battle. But aren't the shark robots from earlier on the surface world? Nor can the ask Bubblelina. Boy, that could go on. That could go on there. Maybe they basically she troll. He did. Oh, okay. I guess that'd be I guess that's like a later. I guess it'd be like a later project. Oh boy. I wonder. Makes me wonder if Animaniacs has any movies. I'm not sure if I heard if they had any movies or not. Be something to look into there. Yeah. Okay. Excuse me there. Sorry about that. All right. So yeah, CJ trolling them with the Animaniacs. And since we did Animaniacs, I'm not sure about. Well, I know what I get. Pinky and the Brain. Oh boy. I believe so, said Bubblelina. But how could they be here without Nick, Lanny, and Key? Bubblelina paused a moment to think, and then she gasped. Unless I must have forgotten to close the portal back. Then we better hurry and close it up before those things completely overthrow Atlantis, said Norgana. But then, without noticing, Bubblelina and Norgana went to Bubblelina's room and exited out the window where the portal was. And once they got there, they noticed a giant submarine-sized shark robot stuck in the portal trying to get in. I don't think I've seen this one earlier, said Bubblelina. So what are we going to do tonight? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. The Pinky, the Pinky, the Pinky, and the brain, the brain, the brain, 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 brain. What? Oh, really? Oh, okay. Oh, Wacko's Wish. Not sure if I heard that one, but I can look. But hey, it's a movie altogether. I could look into that there, especially with with the whole thing about the new Animaniacs reboot. It kind of would make sense to say for the reaction list there. Yep. Ooh. Sorry about that. Tori from Destiny. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Ash Maeve. Tori, was that the little boy with the white hair? Kind of was real shy and didn't want to do battles, and he was sort of running from plus and minus a little bit. That is that. Okay, yes, I remember him. Okay, all right, yes. Been a while since I've seen it there. All right, okay. Let's see where I left off here. Oh, must be the boss shark," said Norgana. Don't worry, don't worry, princess. I'll blast them back. Norgana made her Triton appear and fired the biggest aurora ray she could, which started to shove some of the sharks back into the portal. But suddenly, Bubblelina noticed an incoming, regular-sized shark robot charging toward them, and quickly shoved Norgana out of the way. However, Bubblelina barely dodged the shark and ended up stinging her with his left razor fin. Are you all right? Asked Norgana. Yeah, it was nothing, said Bubblelina. But suddenly the shark robot fired a net around Bubblelina and took off with her back through the portal. Norgana started to follow it, but all the shark robots charged at her by releasing poison brand sea crab venom, which caused her to black out as they followed the giant shark. Oh my gosh. Then there's King Aquarius there, the king of Atlantis, in all his glory. And then one of the shark robots had captured Bubblelina there. Funny little fact, there was a lot of little something to share real quick. There was a lot of ways that this story was going to go, both in the context of the book and even before I even started writing the books. When I was just getting ideas together, when I was just getting ideas together in general. One a very dark take on Bubblelina was that she actually had siblings. Um, her and Bubblelina and her siblings, they were just swimming around the beach, and all of a sudden, some scientists came out, much like Silly Willy Dilly, but they weren't kid scientists; they were adult scientists, and they came out there and was had nets and everything, and actually attacked Bubblelina and her siblings in order to capture them. And it was up to Samuel and Bryant, aka Star Striker and Target, to try to get them out there, with the help of some of her siblings that had escaped there. So yeah, it was kind of that, and other little ideas, like where they met her at a swim meet or something, like at a swim meet, something like that. And then of course, Christina had wrote a story, which is completely different from this and what she has in her comic series now, where Bubblelina was a teenager, and that actually was going to be a thing at one point, much like Star Striker being a teenager at one point. But then the whole idea of making them all kids for the book series and then the comic series sort of came into play, and that sort of changed a lot of things. But one good thing that did come about with the new comics, though, with Christina, Bubblelina was able to be a preteen though in the sixth grade, so kind of in the middle. She's not a real small elementary kid, but she at least could be a preteen there. Yeah. All right. What's the next piece there? What we got here? Remember doing this? Uma getting. Talking about in your descendant story. Oh boy. Hmm. Yep. That's I think there was even a reviewer of the Descendants movies that mentioned about like some of the stuff in the Descendants books. Um and I think either she said this happened in the books or this may have been her theory. Not sure, but she implied that Mal had pretty much had to have done some pretty dark stuff to some of these other kids, like Uma and Evie and all them. Yeah, so pretty dark. So, oh, that's right. CJ trolling her big sister Harriet. Oh, boy, CJ the troll. Oh boy. All right. So first, CJ. Meanwhile, back in Oil City, Lee, Derek, Lisa, Derek, and Kurt investigated the Nelson Laboratory for clues on the shark robot. However, Star, Target, and Sword Girl went to Cross Lake to investigate the scene of the crime, flying across the lake. Eventually, Sword Girl was struck by some shark robot, releasing poison bang sea cracks venom, causing her to become unconscious and into the mouth of the giant robot coming out of the lake. Star tried to fire his star laser and target with his target boomers, but the giant shark hit them with knockout gas, much like the Green Goblin did to Spider-Man. Sleep. And of course, there was that funny line Spider-Man mentioned before that happened, where he's like, back off there, Jameson. Let Mom and Dad talk this out for a second. Yeah, what we got here? Mal angering Casey, huh? Oh boy. Yes, I think I think I recall that. Matter of fact, that may possibly have been mentioned in the interview video that when you was discussing about descendants in the internet video on the channel that it may be in there. Yeah, I think you may have said it in there. But yeah, that's Mal's really dark there, and now she's gonna be so dark that she's gonna come at Casey about the Electabuzz being dry. Oh boy. Okay, so chapter 7, Bubblelina's heroic rage. Oh, a tragedy. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. I guess you could say, in a way, with the whole thing of being a tragic villain, I guess you could say, in a way, the way I kind of see Uma from what you're giving me there, it's almost like it's a label that's been placed on her because of she's a daughter of Ursula, and we know what Ursula has done in the past, and probably stuff that Ursula has caused her to do, and then what she went, like you said, what she went through at Mal. This seemed like a label that's been stamped on Uma, sort of like Shrek, for example. You know how Shrek, they like, oh, he's an ogre, terrible, he's the bad guy, run, we gotta get the ogre. It's sort of similar to that, Uma's, because of where she didn't come from, she's slapped with the bad girl label. And in Harry's case, kind of the same thing mixed with basically the main villain from Gargoyles. Ooh boy, it's been so long since I've seen that show. Ooh, that's that's a callback. But yeah, and then like the way I see with Harry, pretty much, yeah, pretty much he doesn't even seem like much of a bad guy. It's pretty much like a label that's been slapped on him because of the whole pirate thing, like sort of like with what Bob Shaw mentioned about pirates. Most of the time pirates are considered just thieves, they're hood rats, stuff like that. So, but yeah, but yeah, you get to know Harry. Yeah, he's, yep, as you say, a proud pirate and elegant and everything. So yeah, I seem like Harry and Uma are both kind of victims of their labels there. Yeah, they probably do some bad. They probably do some bad things, here and there, like like with the pirate, the pilfering and stuff like that. But aside from that, yeah, there's compared to Mal, they're pretty much like they them. They're pretty much like Catwoman. Yeah, Catwoman. Yeah, she's a thief. She steals some stuff and kind of is a bit of a bad girl here and there. But yeah, other than that, she she ain't like villains like the Joker or something like that. And that's pretty much, yeah. Catwoman just pretty much yeah. And that's probably why society slapped the label on them. Yeah, pretty much that. So, yep. Just go to show you there's a lot more to people than you think. Yeah. Okay, so let's go with Mal. Then Mal angering Casey. Bubblelina awoke and realized she was trapped inside of a tank of water in the laboratory, but it wasn't the Nelson's laboratory. By the way, this is chapter 7, Bubblelina's heroic rescue. Almost like what Audrey gets all the time, setting women back 3,000 years, 300 years. Anyway, back to what I was reading. She looked to her right and gasped when she saw Star, Target, and Sword Girl unconscious and chained in cages that were guarded by the shark robots. Then Willy teleported inside and approached Bubblelina. Comfy, asked Willy. Not really, responded Bubblelina. But I see that you're the one responsible for those shark robots that attacked at the lake. Who are you? And what's the reason for those sharks? Why do you have me in the tank with those hero kids over there in cages? And you know what, Casey? You know what, Casey? I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna be straight up with you. If I can find, oh, right there. I'm gonna be straight up with you, Case. Those Electabuzz are trash. They can't hit a godforsaken home run to save their lives. They suck. Oh boy. What? You want to get mad about it, Casey? You want to go in a rant and rage? Just remember, I can easily burn you. So, it really wouldn't do much against me. It'd be more harm for you than me. So, what were you going to say? Oh boy. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yeah. Yep. Well, still proves my point that there's more to people than meets the eye. It's always like that old saying, take a walk in my shoes. Or in Uma's case, tentacles. Hmm. Yep. That's what. Yep. That's why you gotta be careful how you do. That's why you gotta be careful with people talking when people be trying to judge each other and stuff like that. Care, be careful how you judge folks. Yeah. Ooh. All right. So we did Mal angering the Electabuzz fan. Oh yeah. All right. So I'm gonna throw in a voice of my own here. As due to Pirates Ahoy, Harry Hook. And you think this will solve your problem? Asked Bubblelina. Actually, it will, said Willie. You see, since the time I was little, I believed that there were magical creatures like fairies and mermaids and stuff like that. And I saw you a year ago and decided to capture you for proof with these shark robots. Bubblelina paused and said, I see. So after you get your evidence, then what? Willie thought for a moment and said, maybe I could get an awards from my dad's science colleague and become famous and start a collection of magical creatures. Maybe even enough to become magical ruler of the world. The way Willie's expositing here is almost starting to sound like Doofenshmirtz. And now CJ trolling Rita Repulsa. And Mr. Krabs convinced a Mickey Mouse to charge $30. Oh boy. I'm guessing Mr. Krabs wants a cut of the pie. Or knowing Mr. Krabs would probably want the whole thing. That would be money. Okay, so CJ trolling Rita first. Excuse me. Willie, la- Willie laughed at the possibilities while laughing. Bubblelina then thought to herself, if he does that, his misuse of my people and other magical beings could bring danger to the entire world. If only if I only had more skill in using my Triton and magic, then I could be free. Like and I could free those hero kids and myself. Bubblelina sighed in despair. Suddenly, a thought hit her. She smiled a sneaky grin and thought, maybe there's another reason he spent a year trying to catch me. There's only one way to find out. Then Bubblelina got Willie's attention. He stopped laughing and looked at her. And she said to him in a sweet voice with a flirty look while blushing, Willie, perhaps I could give you something better than proving your point of my people's existence. Oh boy. And then, of course, Rita responding to the troll. Really? asked Willie. Yes, continued Bubblelina. I see that I'm not just a mermaid, you know. I'm not just any mermaid, you know. I'm Bubblelina, the princess of Atlantis. So rather than keep me here in this tank, why not set me free and come to my father's kingdom? Willie thought for a moment, imagining the possibilities of this experience. Then he noticed Bubblelina looking at him in an extremely cute and innocent way. Okay, you got a deal, he said in full agreement. And he activated the computer to drain the water out the tank and open it. As soon as the tank opened, Bubblelina quickly made her Triton appear and turned her tail into human legs. And you can see there's Willie talking with Bubblelina right there before the release. And I got such a headache from all this trolling, CJ! This is so your fault. Shut up! I got a headache! Right? And now for the next page, we go with Mr. Krabs. Mr. Krabs convincing Mickey Mouse to charge. So then she charged it. She changed into her hero costume from earlier, and she did her heroic stunts. Willie was not too impressed. Impressive, said Bubblelina. Impressive, Bubblelina, said Willie. But do you have any other abilities? Why, yes, I do. And said Bubblelina. She thought to herself, at least I hope so. Then Bubblelina aimed her Triton at the shark robots guarding Star, Target, and Sword Girl. Nothing happened at first, but after a moment of concentration, she made it fire a stream of bubbles. And Willie looked in amazement, and Bubblelina sighed in dismay until her and Willie noticed the bubbles exploding on the shark robots, which caused them to fall apart. And some of the bubbles exploded on contact with the controls near the broken sharks, causing the cages and chains to open. Release Star, Target, and Sword Girl. Once they're released, they woke and saw Bubblelina. You're the girl from before, said Star. What do you mean from before? asked Bubblelina. Have we met before? You tricked me! exclaimed Willie. How dare you! Quick, everyone, form a circle, commanded Sword Girl. They all grabbed the hold of Sword Girl. They all grabbed each other's hands, forming a circle, and Sword Girl teleported them back to the lake. Willie kicked the chair over in frustration. They will not escape with my evidence, he shouted. Oh, Mr. Krabs, I think that might be a little much. Oh, come on, Mickey. With everybody wanting to see stuff on Disney Plus, they'll pay anything. Dude, they can pay $100 if you charge that. I highly doubt that. You gotta think big, Mickey. I think you may be thinking too big. Oh boy. And now let's see, we got CJ accidentally causing copyright on. Oh yeah, because that did happen with Abominable, and then the other movie before it there. Oh boy. No. Chapter 8, A New Battle Style. Back in Atlantis, Morgana had just recovered from the poison's venom earlier. She told Aquarius what happened with Bubblelina, and then they went to the lake. Through the portal and found Bubblelina on the shore with Star, Target, and Sword Girl. He watched in secret as Bubblelina had just cured them all from the Sword Girl from the poison. Thanks, said Sword Girl. No problem, said Bubblelina. I seem to be getting better at using my powers. So you're really a mermaid, asked Star. Yep, and a bit of a superhero like you guys, said Bubblelina. You're even more beautiful than the mermaids in the book, said Target dreamily. Especially the pink hair of yours. It's so dreamy, said Star. There goes my headache again, said Sword Girl with a sigh. Eh, and as you can see, Bubblelina just blasted some more sharks, and Willie's like, oh my god! Oh no! And here we see the boys going all goo goo eye over Bubblelina. She's she's pretty. And then, of course, Sword Girl is like, ah. And if you notice, she does not have her mask in this scene. That was an error. I forgot to draw the mask on her in that picture. Ooh. Excuse me again. Willie looks with the lab coat. Yes. Yeah, I guess if Doofus Murray let himself go. Oh, come on now, Perry the Platypus. So I had a bit of a big dinner. It was from that buffet line when I invented the Eat It Allinator. So I could eat all the food at the buffets and put them out of business and then start my own buffet and have everybody come there instead. Because then all the other places will be out of business. Don't look at me like that. That's a plan that will work. Okay. So now let's see. Oh yeah. Then I gotta do Bob. Okay, then Bob Charles' reaction to it. I assume that since all of you are superheroes, then you must all have secret identities, said Bubblelina. Well, what superhero wouldn't? Said Star, holding Bubblelina's hand. As a hero, my name is Star Striker because I strike like a star. However, as a mild-mannered kid, you can call me Samuel Lee Princeton. And then he kissed Bubblelina's hand, making her blush a bit. Then Target knocked Star aside and held Bubblelina's hand, saying, I'm Brian Robinson in my mild-mannered state. But when it's hero time, I'm Target because I'm right on target. Bubblelina giggled at Star and Target's gestures, and she looked at Sword Girl and asked, and what about your friend with all the swords and daggers? And CJ, would you stop trolling me? Next thing, and now you got me, and now you cost copyright. You cost. Thanks a lot. Now I gotta fight to get my review back up. You realize how hard it was to get those reviews back? My Justice League videos with Daddy daring attack. Hey, it was an accident. Cut me a dang break. And then Raven would show up like, hey, break it up, you two, okay? CJ, you gotta account for what you did there. And Rob, you gotta keep you cool. Okay? Keeping my cool. So, what's next to review, baby? Descendants. Ah! Okay, so let's see now. Let's see, Mr. Krabs. So I'm gonna get 99% of the profit. Oh boy. That's so Mr. Krabs. Yeah, okay, trolling Mickey Mouse. Oh boy, now she after Mickey Mouse. Sword Girl, she said. Everyone paused, waiting for her to reveal her secret identity. Ah, come on, said Target. Don't be like that, Juli. Oops. And Juli, as in Juliet, looking for Romeo out here earlier? Asked Bubblelina. Star and Target looked each other confused, and Sword Girl muttered to herself, ah, great. But Bubblelina looked and shook and said, As much as I've read about Romeo and Juliet, I never would have expected Juliet to be a magical warrior. Uh-huh. However, you could use a different costume. Uh-huh. Then Bubblelina waved her magical trident, making Sword Girl's costume pink. Ta-da! Uh-huh. She said. Sorry, Target sticking a bit as Sword Girl looked at her costume, feeling ticked by the color choice. And she glared at Bubblelina, much like how I'm glaring at you, CJ, for doing all this trolling. Stop trolling me! I'm Mr. Krabs! You ain't gonna sucker me into getting only 1% and you get 99%. Oh wait, that's right. You wanted to keep all the freaking money. Well, you know what, Mr. Krabs? I got an answer for that. You don't get no money at all. Matter of fact, our deal is closed. Get your butt out of here, Mr. Krabs. But I said get your butt out of here. No buts. Butt out. Uh-huh. Do not cross Mickey, or else he will throw you in to get the Soul Stone / Fox Stone, as he did in a parody when he was Thanos. Come here, James Gunn. Ah! And now I have the Fox Stone. Next, along with Sony, and then next I'll get Sony. That way we get Spider-Man back. Okay. I went a little too far with that one. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah. And now since you mentioned Dupiksburg, I'm going to do that. Oh wait, hold on. Crunk causing all the so Crunk would cause Bobshaw streams to always lag in the beginning. Okay. I'm guessing because Crunk might be doing a bad job with the video. Is something wrong? Asked Bubblelina nervously. I thought it would make you look pretty. Sorgo then sighed and said, well, pink is just not my color. Well, how about this? Said Bubblelina, waving her trident again. And this time Sword Girl's costume became burgundy and goldenrod. Is that better? Sword Girl looked at it and thought for a moment. I suppose I could adapt to this one. Bubblelina then jumped up for joy, exclaimed, excellent! And after that she turned to Star and Target and said, of course, I won't let you two be left out of the fun. Your costumes look good and tough, but think you use a little more color. He waved the trident, making Star's costume blue with light blue stripes, mask, cape, and yellow star. Target's was green and light green with red target symbols. Star and Target looked at each other's costumes at each other and both at the same time said, cool! Well, it looks like your stream is lagging there. Again, Krunk! How many times is the stream gonna lag? You're supposed to have this kind of thing fixed! Oh, well, I be thinking I do, but, sometimes YouTube kind of tricks me. Stop tricking me, YouTube! Like this big copyright. Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh my. No. Oh boy. Crunk would be so out of the house by that point. And as you can see, this was the first Sword Girl costume Bubblelina poofed her in. Not exactly her style. But she liked this one better. Yeah. And then got Star and Target here. Yep, they got them in their new costumes, more little with some color. And one reason I had Bubblelina do that here in the book because since I was using colored pencils to help, take two. Since I was using colored pencils to color in my pictures back in 2011, before Photoshop, oh boy, it was really difficult. That black color pencil, because I was using a lot of it on Star Trekker's costume, as you see like on the previous page here. Yeah, it was a lot of black in there, so a lot of times the black would start smearing. It would get on my hand. If I wasn't careful, it would get on my hand. Then I would see like black imprints on the paper and stuff like that where I didn't want it at. So yeah, that was the reason I had that change made in the story, so I could. So the only thing I had to use the black for then was just his hair. Okay, chap. At the last two chapters. Chapter 9 is a sure power. That's the way I sound when I was yawning, and all of a sudden I tried to talk at the same time. I sound like one of the clumps or something. A sure power. Misty meeting Crush the Oh, I know what you're talking about. That 2010 Ninja Turtle series, the CGI one. I hadn't seen much of that other than when they met the '80s turtles, but I do know a few things about it, and I've heard of Crush. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Okay, I'm thinking you say Crush. I'm thinking of a Ninja Turtle character. Okay. Oh, okay. Finding Nemo. Okay, my bad. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I think he kind of had the far out voice, man. I'm a turtle. Yeah. Okay. So Misty reacting. Suddenly, a giant shark robot approached from the lake, with Willie riding on his head. Willie called out the star-targeted sword girl, "Surrender that mermaid to me at once, or else!" Everyone looked at Willie as he jumped off the shark robot. "I refuse to go back with you, Willie, just to help prove yourself and the others," said Bubblelina, politely and firmly. The Atlanteans like myself are people just like you, and they would not appreciate being in cages or tanks like wild and evil beasts such as those sharks you control. He's right," said Sword Girl. "As long as we're here, you're gonna have to go through us first. And that's not gonna be easy," said Star. "So what's it gonna be? Either you can walk away quietly, or we'll have to bring you down hard," said Target. "What in the world? That's a big turtle." "I won't go down," said Willie, man. "You will go down. These sharks will sink you deeper into the lake where you won't be coming out." Then Willie jumped inside the shark robot, and then seconds later, it became a man shark robot on two legs and fully armed and ready. Star Target and Sword Girl went into the battle with the man shark robot, but the battle was tough. They didn't give up at all. And Aquarius observed it closely, but Melina tried to fire her bubbly explosives like she did with Willie's lab, but nothing happened, which left her at a disadvantage. Eventually, Bubblelina managed to form a bubble force field around her star targeted sword girl in the nick of time. But and then when she released it, she flew toward the man shark, knocking him into the lake. And as you can see, Willie surfing on a shark here. And then, of course, the shark robot changing into a battle mode there. All right. Oh, yeah. Now we're getting close there. Charlie Brown giving this auto Henry Patty for inviting the whole penis gang to his house again to complain about Thanksgiving. Oh, boy. So Charlie Brown giving this honor now. Good grief. Then Star got an idea. Target, fire your target capture ring to give a shock. The water should conduct its electricity. Good idea, said Target. Then Target fired its target capture rings at the man shark, but the electricity didn't affect it. Willie laughed evilly as the man shark stood up. Then he said, "A kid genius like his a kid genius, don't you think I would know how to make my own robots of the sea electric proof?" Willie laughed again, having the man shark break the ring apart. Then he said, "Shocking, isn't it?" Suddenly, the man, the man shook. Oh, I keep saying shook. That's supposed to be shark. The shark robot had fired electricity ring at Star and Target, knocking them both on the ground. Good grief! Dishonor on you all! I worked hard to get what I could together, and you have the nerve to complain about it? Good grief! There we go. Okay. It's Charlie Brown. Who was? There. All right, right there. Right now, I'm going from the droopy. Time to tear apart your little toy, said Sword Girl. Her eyes glowed goldenrod, making the arm of the Shark Man beast of the Shark Man robot break off with a psychic barrier. It's about time to tell your little story apart. Oh, that's right. Bad move, little girl, said Willie. He pressed the button, making the broken arm explode in front of Sword Girl. The force sent her flying into the lake. Sword Girl shouted, "Bubblelina," and started to run at Sword Girl's aid, but Willie made the man shark block her. Oh boy. Let's see what we got next, huh? Double Toasted Podcast rant on. Oh, okay. That's what that was from there. Oh boy. Well, since you mentioned Double Toasted, yes, I could do Corey's voice. All right, all right. It says, "Sword Girl," shouted Bubblelina. She started to run to Sword Girl's aid, but Willie made the man shark block her. "Time to catch you guys once and for all," said Willie. The man shark raised his arm that was still attached and fired electricity net at Bubblelina. "I tried to capture you nicely, but now you forced me to be me. Now it's too late. You'll never get the you will never get me the respect I you will give me the respect I deserve, and so much more. There's nothing you can do about it." Willie laughed evilly until a dagger flew past them toward the net, cutting it open, freeing Bubblelina. Willie said, "Hey, what's going on here?" Bubblelina said, As listen to me," to the voice in her head. "Huh?" asked Bubblelina in thought. The voice spoke again. "It's Sword Girl. Now listen. You can defeat Willie's robot if you concentrate your powers like I do with mine." And then Doofusburg meeting Crocker, and they find out Perry the Platypus is a fairy godparent. So I guess I'm guessing Phineas and Ferb's fairy godparent. Okay. All right, so we got Doofusmerv being Crocker. Whew, sorry about that. All right, listen to me, said a voice in their head. Huh? Who are you? Asked Bubblelina thought. Then the voice spoke again in her head. It's Sword Girl. Now listen. You can defeat Willy's robot if you concentrate your power just like I do with mine. Then Sword Girl levitated up out of the lake with a psychic barrier around her and called out to Willy, "Hey, Shark Boy! I bet you can't capture me!" And she's not talking about the Shark Boy from the movie. And then Willy turned around to face Sword Girl and said, "You dare to challenge me, little girl? Don't ever call me little girl," said Sword Girl. Suddenly, a barrage of target capture rings along with a couple of nets and rope tied up the man shark, keeping him from moving around. Bubblelina looked and saw a target on their feet. "Now's your chance," said Bubblelina. "You can do it," said Target. Oh, and then for Crocker, Bubblelina then faced the man shark and aimed her dragon at it and concentrated deeply. Suddenly, in the moment of suspense, Bubblelina caused her trying to fire a giant bubble at the man shark, causing it to explode. The explosion sent Willy flying high into the sky. And then, "You may have defeated me for now, but I'll be back," he shouted. Oh boy. Now we're at the final chapter where Doofus, I guess, will introduce his Fairy Godparent Theory. Okay, so let's see, chapter. What's that? How do I go find that? Oh, okay. I gotta get it. Okay, so let's see now. Oh, almost hit me in the face here. Let's see. Chapter 10. We're gonna Melody Lee Smith. That's the final chapter here. And seeing how we just did Crocker and Doofusmerv, I figured that we could give Phineas' voice a try. After Bubblelina, Star and Target and Sword Girl celebrated their victory over Willy, Aquarius approached them and said, "Well done, heroes." Everybody looked at Aquarius. Star, Target, and Sword Girl were shocked. "You really think so? Really think so, Dad?" asked Bubblelina. "That's your dad?" they all exclaimed together. Aquarius chuckled. "Of course. So, my little bubbles, thanks to your new friend's help, you're able to master your power. This is the best birthday gift I could ever receive, thanks to you." And now, Mr. Krabs, as Tommy was so. I love money, huh? so, so Bubblelina's. Oh, God. It's kind of hard to combine. Them two voices kind of hard to combine there. Okay, I'm gonna do them separately there because they kind of hard to combine. Bubblelina filled with tears of joy as she embraced Aquarius. "Thank you, Daddy," she said. After a moment of painful tears, they all went back to the. They all after tears of joy as she embraced Aquarius. "Thank you, Daddy," she said. Then she turned to Sword Girl, Star, and Target and said, "Everyone, this is my dad, the King Aquarius of Atlantis." Everyone gasped, walked up to him as they introduced themselves, and they shook hands with them. And Lee, Lisa, Derek, Deborah, and Kurt arrived in their car to meet up with everybody else as well. And now for Tommy Wiseau. After that, they all gathered at the BTB agency, into the control room where Aquarius, to the control room Well, Aquarius agreed to work with them, as well as the. Oh, that's right. Agreed to where he agreed to work with them and allow Bubblelina to become part of the team with Star Target and Sword Girl. Since the team had secret identities, huh? Oh boy, I almost got so into it I just almost lost it there. Bubblelina decided to create herself one, huh? So after changing into some regular clothes, she changed her hair color to dark brown and her eye color to pink. Huh? Oh, and I almost forgot to show this picture where Bubblelina just took out that shark robot. Huh? Oh, hi, Mr. Krabs. I ga. And then, and to wrap up this book, the last paragraph, since it Tommy was so, I'm gonna do Benzai. In this form, she called herself Melody Lee Smith. After this, everyone went to Aquarius' birthday party to celebrate. Also, during the celebration, Julie realized that even though she didn't have parents, she still has people that care about her. Also, which was enough to be her family in her heart. And as you can see, is a picture of Melody Bubblelina civilian form now when she's on the surface. And then there's like this group photo they all took at the lake, fall, whatever that was supposed to be. And like you said, son of the mask. This is a fake. Yes, but it's a good fake. Ow, sir, you're gonna have to return that. Whoa, what are you doing? Where's my body? Come get me. Ah, show some emotion. All right, so well, that's the end of that book. I guess in the next stream we'll be starting a different book there. Yeah, but just in time, cause yeah, I've got to try to get a little re-energized so I can do some more drawings here before I turn in. But that's it for this live stream for right now, and thank you guys for tuning in. And we'll see you at the same time tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Central. Same live stream time, same live stream channel. Now I need some Batman music to play.